Revelation 2202. From the 4th of January 1942. Willful return to earth, not expedient. To be conceived in the flesh is a privilege that is only granted to the being when it has attained the necessary maturity. A certain state of maturity is therefore a condition for embodiment as a human being on earth. This state of maturity may have increased after the time on earth has passed. It may have remained the same, but it may also have regressed. Accordingly, life after death in eternity is now light, twilight or darkness. The being always receives the reward of its earthly change in the beyond, but in a different way than the human conception. The recognition of a failed earthly life is already a certain spiritual progress in the beyond. Thus it is already a hopeful state which the being also experiences as happy, for as soon as it recognizes, the ascent begins, for then it strives upwards. But such a being will never want to go through the earthly process again, for it has the same opportunity in the beyond to develop upwards through loving service. Only the state where the beings still lack recognition is hopeless, for there is darkness. These beings certainly long to return to earth, however, not in order to live their failed earthly life again in a God-pleasing way, but they only desire material goods and therefore mainly stay close to earth. To allow these souls to embody themselves again on earth would be completely wrong, for they will only then strive for spiritual higher development if they have recognized that they are still far from it. They will certainly have to go through a time of purification so that they will come to realization. But the earth is truly not suitable for the being which did not make use of the time of grace, for it would also fail a second time. A re-embodiment is therefore not at all in God's sense, for earthly life is a grace of God which the human being can either use as strength but which can also be completely disregarded and thus remain without success for the soul. This is entirely up to the human being's will. But if this will fails, then the being has to bear the consequences and try to make up for the missed time on earth under difficult conditions, but always in the kingdom which lies outside of earth. It must now also acquire the strength which was fully at its disposal in earthly life. God has infinite patience with the beings beforehand, and he also constantly turns his love towards them, yet he does not arbitrarily let the souls return to earth but assigns them a new field of activity independent of earth, yet in accordance with their previous earthly life. Anyone who has not passed the test of earthly life will have to struggle in eternity in order to ascend, unless he is granted an extraordinary favor by God in connection with the redemption of erring souls. Amen.